Alex and I went to show property this past weekend, and I have to tell you, we were shocked at the condition of a couple homes that we showed. There were a few that were amazing. True standouts. You drive up, the curb appeal is incredible. The landscaping is perfectly manicured. Fresh flowers in the pots next to the front door. Everything about it is screaming, how quick can we get out of this car and show this home to our clients and walk through that front door. Then there were a couple others that didn't offer quite the same experience. There were a few that we went to that were a little bit tired, but it's not those that we were concerned about. It was the couple that had true neglect, true deferred maintenance that was so evident, you almost didn't even want to walk in the front door. There was one in particular that I remember when I was getting the key out of the lockbox. I looked down and there was wood rot at the bottom left corner of the front door frame. A lot of the trim on the house had peeling paint. The gutters were overflowing with debris. There were one or two windows that were fogged that you could clearly tell the double pane seal, in between the glass had broken. And, that just does not set the right tone. And I looked at Alex and I looked at our buyers, and you know exactly what's going through their mind. And of course we point out all these things to them. What we see, we're going to share because we want them to know the good, the bad, and ugly of any property they're considering buying. But you can almost read their mind. They're looking at it thinking, wow, if this is the first impression I get before I even walk in the door, what am I going to find once I walk inside? But even more concerning is, what else has the seller not taken care of or neglected that I can't see? And that's the big concern, because you don't want to take on a property and then have all these additional expenses for someone else's deferred maintenance neglect. So it prompted Alex and I to talk about what we do when we represent a seller. And it also made us update on our website our must-do staging tips that you should do before you list your home for sale. But what we do when we represent a seller, of course we encourage them always to get a pre-inspection, and if the home needs staged, have a professional stager come in. But we go to a lot of properties that don't need that. So we still want to be an advisor and counsel though, and make sure we take every step to have their home in the best show condition for that potential buyer. So we literally take them by the hand, walk them through the inside of their home, through the outside of the home, and look at it with a really critical eye. And we're very honest. We tell them, if this was our home, these are the exact steps we would take before we put our home on the market to ensure that we can sell it in the least amount of time for top dollar in any market, not just in this amazing seller's market, but in any market.